In our podcast, Nintendo Tonight, we do a weekly segment where we answer questions from you guys in the Switch Stop Discord. So today, we took the best questions from the last 2 episodes and compiled it into one video for your guys' enjoyment. So if you enjoy content like this, be sure to click subscribe and turn on that notification bell so you don't miss a segment. So first question here is from MacBoy. He is asking, how did you feel about 2021 for Nintendo? Was it an amazing year for them or no?
I honestly think it was a pretty good year for them. I've heard a lot of people say it was a slow year. It kind of just felt like that because the releases were pretty spread out. But if you think about it, we got Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury. We got a new WarioWare. We got a new Metroid. Yeah, it barely even feels like this year, but like a bunch of these games did come out. We got Gen 4 remakes. I mean, regardless if you think they're good or not, we did get them. We got a brand new 2D Metroid, which seemed like a impossible task. We got a brand new Mario Party return to form. I do think this was a really good year for Nintendo. Like, objectively looking at it all back, it didn't feel too good during the year, but like there were a lot of highlights. I didn't even mention the Animal Crossing New Horizons giant update direct, Sora in Smash. Like, there's a lot of good stuff that happened this year.
Do you believe that the Nintendo Online expansion pack will get more consoles added in the upcoming future? If so, what consoles do you believe will be added to the service?
The expansion pack needs another console added. For what you would be paying, I haven't paid for it, but what people are paying, there needs to be more content added. Yeah, we've talked about this endless times. I'd love to see Game Boy, GameCube, maybe even at some point DS. I don't know.
You hit the nail on the head there, Mac. I think both the Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Color, and GameCube, so I guess both the consoles that start with game, gotta come. Like, there's really no excuse anymore. People think the GameCube is not old enough to come. The GameCube is almost. It's 2 decades old. And same with the Game Boy Advance. Like, how is Game Boy / Game Boy Advance not already on this service? Like, they gotta be added. I don't think GameCube will be added, because Nintendo is a bit of a prude when it comes to sharing their old titles. But I do think Game Boy will be added soon.
Top 3 most wanted games this year.
Breath of the Wild 2, Splatoon 3, and Mario Kart 10, 9, Crossroads, whatever is end up called. Objectively, those are 3 games I want the most this year. So
for me, I'd have to say Breath of the Wild 2. I'd have to say Splatoon 3 again. I hate to copy, but those 2 are probably my most. Yeah, I played so much Splatoon. I played so much Breath of the Wild. I love both those games, so I'm super excited for the sequels. I'm hoping for a 3D Mario. That's my favorite series in general, so I would love to see a new 3D Mario come out.
I'm gonna have to go with Kirby and the Forgotten Land. Like, that's just like interests me so much. Like, I can't wait to see more of that game. I think it's like,
I keep forgetting about it.
I know,
they need to promote it
more. They
gotta
show off more.
I keep forgetting about it, but I am super excited for it.
And honestly, I'm gonna have to go with Pokemon Legends Arceus. Despite all of my questions and worry for the game, it could either be really good or really bad, because obviously they did not do the Gen 4 remakes. Ilka actually made the Gen 4 remakes, so interested to see what Game Freak has been kind of working on all this time. So yeah. Will we hear anything about Metroid Prime 4 in 2022? And is the game just going to come to the Switch or be held for the next console like Breath of the Wild?
I think it will be the latter. I think whatever the Switch Pro / Switch 2 ends up being, this will be that game that is kind of used in the marketing to show it, just like Metroid Dread was used for the OLED, just like Link's Awakening was used for the Switch Lite, and Breath of the Wild was used for the original Switch. I think Breath of the Wild, or Metroid Prime 4, will be that game for the Switch 2. Therefore, I do think we're going to hear something about it in 2022. It will either be at E3 and then we won't hear anything else, or it'll be at the Game Awards or a September Direct. Like, it's not going to be anything huge either. It's going to be cinematic. And we are not watching the Game Awards again, by the way.
Yeah, never again.
I'm never watching another Game Awards. I promise.
That's what I said last time, bro. Nintendo was smart last time.
All right, so next question here from Random Garage Films asking, do you think it would be smarter for Nintendo to release a Switch Pro next year and release games for the normal and Pro, or release a Switch 2.0 and cut off support to the normal Switch? So Thomas, go ahead.
You had me until the cutoff support. I think that's just an objectively bad idea, considering the Switch has sold almost 100 million units at this point. I think whatever they do, it's going to kind of blur the lines between Switch Pro and Switch 2. I think we're kind of out of the age of console generations. Could specifically see this with Xbox, with like the Series X, the Series X.
S,
the S, X, the 1X, like they're all so terribly named, but they all kind of have backwards compatibility and can for the most part play the same games. I think we're just not going to, like, whatever Nintendo does will have backwards compatibility, and for a while, like I'm talking multiple years after they release their next thing, I think most of the games they release will still be able to be played on the base Switch.
What are the chances of a Platinum DLC for Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl? What do you think they should call it?
I don't think it's gonna happen. I don't think DLC's coming to. I think that game was kind of like a throwaway game before Arceus, unfortunately.
Agreed.
Yeah,
my opinion.
I agree. I think that was something that they did, that the Pokemon Company tasked on ILCA or whatever, just so they could have some sort of game out before the holidays, and it was very clear to them, I guess, Legends Arceus was not going to be ready for the holidays.
I wish, but in reality here, Platinum DLC for Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl would just mean the Distortion World, which wouldn't make sense because Giratina is available when you're catching all those legendaries. I'm forgetting the exact name of the place where you go to the shrines and everything, but Giratina is there. What else like includes a Platinum DLC? Arceus, and Arceus is getting like its own game, so like I don't know what the point would be for that. So I don't think the DLC will happen. It's kind of unfortunate in my opinion, but obviously Pokemon Company, Game Freak pushing Legends Arceus, and I hope it looks better than I've seen in trailers and all that. So we shall see what happens.